is Zoe Adama. I'm a freshman on the Pioneer swim team.
Hi, I'm Cambria Hardemillo. I am the female captain for Boswell swim team, and I've been swimming for 3 years.
Hi, I'm Kyler Lowry, and I'm a guys captain on the swim team, and I've been swimming for 4 years.
Hi, I'm Victoria Kunselman. I am a senior. I've been on the Boswell swim team for 4 years.
Okay, let's talk about some of the team successes. Victoria, would you like to let our viewers know about some of your team successes?
One success that I really look at is our Irving meet. Everyone did really well. I personally got 4 golds in that meet, and our girls team won that meet actually, and the boys team actually did really well too.
And I also won gold medals in all my individual events and relays.
What are some of the events that you participate in, Zoe?
I swim in the 200 IM relay, 200 IM like regular just me, and then 100 breast and the 200 free relay.
Cami?
I do the 500 freestyle and the 200 freestyle, and I think in my 500 I placed either 6th or 7th, and in my 200 I placed 7th.
Okay, and Kyler, let's talk about some of the success that the boys team has had.
Some of the successes that the boys team had, we got third place at that meet, and
The Irving meet?
yeah, the Irving meet, and Julian dropped some time on his event, and Eli got first place in his breaststroke.
Now, going back to you, Victoria, I understand that you just recently committed. Would you like to talk to us about that?
Sure. I recently committed to a D2 college up in Arkansas. The college name is Ouachita Baptist University. I realized that's where I wanted to swim when I went and visited back in October, and it was a great experience. The team was like a family. The coach was very enthusiastic about, wanting me to join. And I want to be I want to study kinesiology and be a physical therapist when I'm older. And we visited their biology department and how they have a great undergraduate program for that specific class, and they have a very high success rate in getting future physical therapists into graduate school. So I was really impressed by what they had to offer.
Great. And Kyler, you're a senior as well. Do you plan to attend college anywhere?
I do not. I plan to join the Navy.
Oh, that's awesome.
Just go into the diving career for the Navy, and that's about it.
Very cool. And what about you, Cami?
I'm actually in the midst of getting accepted into McMurray. I've been accepted to McMurray University, but I'm in the midst of signing on with their team right now. They're a D2, D3 school right now. And my future plans are to either be a biomedical sales rep or to be a collegiate coach for swimming. So.
Very good. And Zoe, you're a freshman, but I understand you're doing pretty well as a freshman. So what do you foresee your swim career here at Boswell going forward?
I'm excited for it. I really want to definitely hold a school record, and in my future I definitely want to go swim on a college team too. So.
And you're number 1 in breaststroke?
Yes, seeded for the district meet.
Very good. Was there anything else that you guys would like to add for Boswell Swim?
Well, going back to what Zoe said about holding the 200 IM record, I'm really hoping that she gets that, but I hold it right now. And I also hold the 100 back record. I'm excited to see what she does, and we'll definitely keep in touch while I'm in college.
That's awesome. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
I'm Chris Hudson. I'm the Boswell High School boys and girls head swim coach.
How long have you been coaching at Bos?
17 years. Started in 1998, coached for 4 years and took a little break and then came back, and it's my 12th year back.
What did you do before that?
Before I came back to teaching, my family and I lived for 4 years in Central America. We were working for a nonprofit Christian organization that works with community development and agriculture and education and medical and stuff. And I was in charge of pastoral training. I worked in the spiritual development part of that.
Now, how did you get into something like that? That's pretty unique and interesting.
Well, I grew up in South Texas, close to Mexico, so I've always had a feel for Latin America and a love for it. And I am an ordained minister. I was a pastor for 6 years in Fort Worth, and visited Honduras and worked for a summer when I was 23, and fell in love with the place, and actually even honeymooned in Honduras. But my goal was always to get back, even when I was teaching before. And finally, in 2002, we were able to go and pack up, sell everything, take the family down there and live.
Very cool. And you're also a Spanish teacher here at Boswell.
Yes.
So that kind of helps you.
Sure.
Very good. Okay, so what got you into coaching swimming?
Well, the first part of my teaching career was pre-Honduras. I was hired just as a Spanish 2 teacher, which I loved, taught a little bit of English. And I was always interested in the swimmers that I had in class. There were very few back then. I think the whole Boswell team had about 6 or 8 swimmers, but one of them happened to be in my class, so I kind of followed him. I did not swim competitively in high school, but I grew up on the Gulf Coast, surfed, did a lot of water sports, had year-round access to an Olympic pool that I was very active in. I was mainly a basketball player, but I did a lot of swimming on the side. I did intramural swimming in college. Always loved it. I have a cousin that was a near Olympian, almost made the trials, and so I grew up following his career, and it was always a big part of who I am. So I followed this kid, and then when his coach ended up quitting, I was really sad for the kids, and I was asked, or I kind of volunteered to fill in for the rest of that year, and take it on temporarily at the beginning of the year till they could hire somebody, and that was 1998. So what was going to be a temporary thing has now become the most exciting and most fulfilling part of my tenure here at Boswell.
Very cool. What are some of your individual swimmers that you're expecting to do and perform really well at district?
The top 2 are Victoria Kunzelman and Zoe Adama. Zoe's a freshman, Victoria's a senior. Victoria holds many of our school records and is going to be swimming in college next year. Zoe is one of the top freshmen I've had in a long time. She's about equal to what Victoria was when Victoria was a freshman, so it's kind of neat to watch the 2 of them all year, and Victoria's been a wonderful mentor to her. And has challenged her, and Zoe's stepped up really to the plate. But really, my Victoria and Zoe are my top 2. Kyler is seeded number 2 in his 2 individual events, and one of our guys' relays is seeded number 1. The thing I'm most excited about seeing, though, and the biggest success I've seen, and it may not necessarily be reflected in how many medals they've won, but I have the strongest group of freshmen that I've ever had. And I have 5 or 6 solid freshman guys that came in, only one with a little bit of experience, the other 5 with 0 experience, flopping and floundering around in the water the first day. But they're all turning in times like right now that I've never seen freshmen doing. And if they stick around, I think we're going to be a team to watch out for in the next 3 or 4 years.